Welcome, welcome. Welcome everyone to the Wisconsin Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We have a killer lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. But before I turn it over to them, I do have a couple of housekeeping items for you all. Number one, this is a webinar, so our panelists cannot see or hear you this evening. Because your microphone and your camera are off, but they know that you're going to have some questions and they want to make sure that those questions get answered. So if you do have questions, use the Q&A feature at the bottom of your screen. Note the college or university that you're addressing your question to so that they can respond back appropriately. Thirdly, this is a really fun way for you to learn and explore about different colleges, maybe some that you've heard of before, maybe some that you haven't. So sign up for more sessions. There's a whole nother hour tonight after this, and you can still sign up. And then Wisconsin is repeating this again in a couple of weeks, so you can sign up for those sessions as well. This is being recorded this evening and will be available for immediate playback along with all the other sessions happening tonight at strivescan.com/Wisconsin. So I'm going to turn it over to our presenters. I first am going to introduce to you Valparaiso University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Good evening, everyone. Bear with me as I continue to get ready. Hope you are doing well. Very excited to get the opportunity to talk to you all this evening. I am a Valpo alum. I'm also an admission counselor at Valparaiso right now. We can go ahead and get started. So there are 5 academic colleges that make up Valparaiso University. The College of Business, which we are AACSB accredited, the College of Engineering, number 16 undergrad engineering school in the nation, College of Nursing and Health Professions with our direct admit nursing program, and then in College of Arts and Sciences with the rest of our majors are typically housed in anywhere from meteorology all the way up until pre-med and so forth. So, and then lastly, our Christ College, it's the 3rd oldest honors college in the nation. It's just a different way to do your general education requirements. So another thing that Valpo is very great at is our academic support and services. Our Career Center is a very useful resource that helps students get involved on campus, but also do resume workshops, cover letter workshops. They're basically your link into internships and tapping into our vast alumni network. We have learning centers for the Writing Center, the HESI Center, which is for engineering and math majors, Academic Success Center. All these resources are just here to help you and make sure that you're truly successful within your collegiate experience. The AARC is our Access and Accommodation Resource Center to prohibit any barriers from preventing you from actually succeeding in college. Counseling Center, Student Health Center are very straightforward. Physical and mental health are at an all-time high priority at Valpo right now. There's tons of different ways to get involved. University Programming Council is an organization on campus strictly in charge of making sure students are engaged and always have different events and things to get into. Other than that, we also have fraternity and sorority life on campus. About 33% of our students get into that. We also have tons of service trips as well as study abroad trips. And you can make your faith life as big as an experience at Valpo or as small. So it's really up to you. Other than that, we are a liberal arts institution, so we do have fine arts opportunities, and you don't have to be in that major to get into that art or music or theater. So then we have tons of intramural and club sports. So if you're not ready to go D1, you have the opportunity to still have fun. Valpo does a great job at the cultural learning opportunities. The Gandhi King Center is where the Office of Multicultural Programs and Office of International Programs is located. That was like my hub at Valpo. So within the Gandhi King Center, there's student organizations within the OMP. That's the BSO, Live, Alliance, and then APIC, our Asian American Pacific Islander Coalition. So tons of cultural events, a great way to get immersed in different cultures and just learn how to get to know and work with other people from different backgrounds. We also have tons of study abroad opportunities, about 50 different programs. So, and you don't have to be in the same department to go and experience that trip. We are Division I AA, so definitely have all the D1 sports. Football is non-scholarship, but also admissions and athletics are separate. So you would have to talk to athletics for those opportunities. residential life. We have 3 freshman residence halls. There's about a 30-mile commuting radius, but that doesn't apply to Wisconsin, so I should just leave that alone. And there are 7 other residence halls on campus. Definitely, you can see that virtually through our website, or come visit the campus in person. Valparaiso, the community and town itself, about 33,000 residents, so not too big, but not too small. There's tons of different community events. Here's a picture of our Central Park Pavilion. That's where a farmer's market is at sometimes. In the winter, it turns into an ice skating rink, so tons of fun options there. We're also 15 minutes away from the Indiana Dunes, which is like our beach experience, and yet still an hour away from Chicago, so you have the downtown atmosphere as well. Our application is free, so definitely apply to Valpo when you get a chance. I'll definitely drop some links once I'm done, but have to go ahead and get through all of this. November 1st is our scholarship priority deadline, so you want to get your application and all the supplementary documents in before then. The biggest chunk of your change coming from your financial aid scholarship package is your merit awards. That's primarily GPA based. You can see the bracket here, but I can also send you links to those as well. So also FAFSA is a big part of financing your degree through scholarships, grants, and loans possibly. Definitely want to file that after submitting your application. So that'll kind of get your financial aid package underway, and will show you your holistic cost of attendance at Valparaiso. So follow us on social media. Sorry that I'll spit everything out, but it's a lot of info. So I'll drop my contact info here as well.
Thank you so much to Valparaiso University. Next up, I have the pleasure of introducing Drake University. Take it away, Ethan, whenever you're ready.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Ethan Fickow. I am an admission counselor with Drake University. We are located in the gorgeous city of Des Moines, Iowa. And for those of you who have not been there before, we are about 5 hours from the Milwaukee area, about 4 from Madison, and I'd say about 6.5 from the Appleton Green Bay area. Personally, I'm from the Waukesha area of Wisconsin. I went to Drake, graduated about 5 years ago, so I can definitely speak to the out-of-state experience. And I would definitely like to share some details as far as our programs and our scholarships and the application process. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And here we go. Yeah, all right. So as I mentioned, we are a medium-sized university. About 3,000 undergrads is our size, about another 2,000 on the graduate side, so 5,000 total. And this lends itself to a really healthy average class size of about, I'd say 25 to 30. The largest I ever had was about 50, and that was once. And what's nice is once you're admitted, you can start your major on day one. You do not have to slave through 2 years of gen eds, which is awesome. 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and all of our classes are taught by professors, not teaching assistants. So you're getting it straight from people who have worked in their fields and have a long list of contacts of employers and recent alums that they can get you in touch with and pick up the phone, get that ball rolling as far as internship interviews and all that fun stuff. I mean, the funny thing is about Des Moines, we're the largest university in Des Moines at 3,000 students. And the running joke is that there are more internships than there are students in the city. So, you know, it's not uncommon at all for first-year students to have paid internships right out the gate in that first semester. So in addition to this, we have more than 100 different majors, minors, and areas of organization to pick from. And the nice thing is you don't have to have it all figured out right away. We understand there's so many options. It's hard to know which one to even pick from, right? Funny enough, about a third of our incoming students come in as either undecided or with multiple interests. And what we've learned in recent years is this group of students that is undecided actually tend to perform just a little bit better than their peers in their first couple semesters. And we found that it tends to be because they're not under all this pressure to make that one program work for them. They feel more at liberty to explore those other interests that they have and not feel like they're wasting time or wasting credits, really, because they're all still finishing within 4 years. And that's great right there. It's very, very seamless if you change your major. I'm actually a perfect example of this. I started off as marine biology and switched to journalism. Very different program, right? Still finished in 4 years, so it's all good. Got lots to choose from, lots of graduate programs if that is something that might be on your radar. So definitely hit me up if you would like some more information on those. And then in addition to this, we do also have Division I athletics. We're in the Missouri Valley Conference, so we play Valparaiso quite a bit. So they give us a pretty good run for our money. And we have some great other teams that you can go watch for free in town. We have, I think, 7 minor league sports teams you can go watch. So lots of fun things to go check out. This is not a suitcase campus where people just up and leave on the weekends. People do stay, and there's plenty to do both on campus and in the city of Des Moines. We have more than, I think it's 160 student clubs and organizations. But even more interesting than all this is the fact that almost 3/4 of our students are from out of state. So obviously I can talk to the out-of-state experience, and so can almost all of our other students. And that's not to say that we don't recruit well in the state of Iowa. That's just how much we appeal and how much we recruit beyond Iowa's borders and beyond the Midwest. So I love seeing that in move-in week. People are always trying to figure out where the best place is to grab coffee and trying to figure out the best way to get from A to B around town. It's a pretty cool thing. So everyone kind of has the same starting place. They're on the same level ground at the start. And I think that's great. And of course, the big draw about Drake University is this guy, Griff. He also goes by George. Griff is the moniker of our live mascot. He's a real dog. He's actually a certified therapy pet. So he actually works with local organizations in the city. He's got a doggy bed in every building on campus. You can actually follow him on social media at Drake U Griff. So he's pretty cool. If you come by for a campus visit, you'll actually get to take a picture with him too. So he would love to meet with you. All right, so let's talk about the next steps here. Applying to college. It's a very daunting, intimidating process. It's a little bit different everywhere you look, but we want to try to keep this as simple as possible. You can either apply for free on our website or on the Common App. We accept both and review both the exact same way. And then after that, it's all about, do you want to submit a test score or go test optional? And you probably heard that phrase before. It means something different at every university. With Drake, it means you can either do the test score if you want, and we don't have minimum requirements to get in. We have an average incoming GPA of about a 3.6. And I'd say the middle half of students that do submit a score are usually between a 24 and a 28 on the ACT. But those are not minimum requirements. Once again, if you go test optional though, you can either do a phone interview with me, or you can do an essay on any topic you want, and that will take the place of that test score. We won't look at it at all. We won't consider it. It does not disqualify you from any financial aid opportunities. All good. All right, and of course, as my esteemed colleague just said, yes, definitely do the FAFSA. It can only help you. It will never hurt you to submit the FAFSA. So definitely do try to take care of that as soon as possible to maximize your chances. But that's separate from our merit awards that I'll talk to in just a minute. Drake has no out-of-state tuition. No out-of-state tuition to worry about whatsoever. And we also have this tuition guarantee. This locks in the price of tuition at the same number for all 4 years, guaranteed. We cannot take it away from you. There is no way you can lose this. So this will actually save you a lot of money over the course of all 4 years. So this is kind of like a backup scholarship if you want to think of it that way. This is how we can stay affordable compared to in-state options, right? Now let's talk about some of those numbers and that merit award super quick. Yes, that sticker price looks very daunting. I will grant you that. But the good news is nobody pays anywhere close to that amount. Now, why is that? The answer is because every single student who's admitted to Drake gets a presidential scholarship between $22,000 and $26,000 per year for all 4 years. And then on top of that, you can stack a whole mess of other merit awards with that as well. Where you land on that range does depend on like GPA, test score, test optional, etc. Right? Now, we want to make sure that you're getting out in a timely fashion. 91% of our students do that, and 95% do have a full-time job or are in grad school within 6 months of graduation. So we want to make sure you have something to show for it, not just a piece of paper with your name on it, right? And of course, finishing on time. I already touched on that. And then real quick, if you want to take out your phone, open the camera, and you can just hold the camera over this QR code. It will add you as a contact, and you'll have my cell, my email, and our mailing address for Drake University. I hope we get to see you on campus real soon. Griff would love to meet with you. I would love to meet with you. So please do apply and come visit us as soon as possible. Thanks so much for your time. And I'm going to hand it off to our colleagues to continue this presentation. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Ethan, to you and Drake University. Next up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Okay, I cannot see anything on Zoom, so I'm really hoping that y'all can see my
Yep, looks great.
Perfect. Thanks, Courtney. Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Samantha. I am a regional recruitment specialist. I'm located in Northeast Wisconsin, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Okay, technology is not wanting to work very well on a Monday night. Slow. Okay, so we're located in Lincoln, Nebraska, and we are a Big 10 research institution. We have about 25,000 total students. 20,000 of those are going to be our undergraduate students. We're also a land-grant university, and we're located right in downtown Lincoln.
Hey, Samantha.
Yeah.
We do see something off to the side.
Oh,
that
oh no. Okay, let me move it over. Is that better?
Perfect. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Sorry, two screens. Thank you. We do have over 150 majors located out of 9 different colleges. So you are in charge of creating your story here at Nebraska. And so a lot of our top colleges coming from Wisconsin are going to be a lot of those business students, engineering, education, human services, and a really robust pre-health program in partnership with our University of Nebraska Medical Center up in Omaha. So Nebraska is a top public institution. You get the best of both worlds. You have access to a Big Ten education, a close-knit community, and we have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio, smaller class sizes, and you will meet students from just about every single state. And yes, we did get students from Alaska this year. We're just holding out for Hawaii sometimes, and over 114 different countries around the world. Engage with research with your professors, participate in pre-professional organizations, get those internships, make friends, experience all that the Midwest really has to offer. Nebraska, we really do have the best fans in collegiate sports and a really highly supportive network of faculty who love to see you succeed. Lincoln's a really awesome city to be in. We're a college town. Lincoln itself is about 300,000 people. So debunking that myth that yes, we're the Cornhuskers, we don't live in the corn. This is going to be a quick map of our campus map. It's not showing everything. It's just going to show where our housing is, which I know is really important for students. It is a 1-year live-on requirement. In our resident halls, we have traditional resident halls and suite style resident halls, both open to our students. I will put a quick plug in there that one of our suite style halls is only open to our university honors students. So if you do participate in our university honors program, you do have the option to live in honors only housing. We also have a ton of learning communities on our campus as well, and those are open to academic major and also some social passions for you as well as students. Talking about applying for admission, we actually guarantee our admission requirements here at Nebraska. So you can actually use our institutional application or apply through the Common App. Our application, if you're a junior, it's going to open on August 1st. So if you're a senior right now, that application is open and we are enrolling admissions. And what that means is that we are constantly reviewing applications about twice a week. So as long as students are meeting our criteria and our performance requirements, you should receive an admissions decision back in about a week to 2 weeks, depending on if we have everything that we need to review you. We are also test optional for our admissions and our academic scholarships. We're automatically considered for these scholarships based off of your application. We also have the lowest starting tuition in the Big Ten, and about 75% of our students receive some sort of academic scholarship. Going over scholarship deadlines, we do not have really harsh deadlines for out-of-state students. The only one is our scholarship statement, which is a little bit of some smaller scholarships. That deadline to submit it is going to be February 1st, and you do need to be applied for admission prior to that date as well. But we will review for academic merit awards up until May 1st. So a lot of students sometimes aren't really sure where they're going to go in the springtime. Come on over to Nebraska and we'll make sure you can still get a nice scholarship. You can always estimate your scholarship based off of your GPA. We do take weighted GPAs, and if you want to put in your test score to see what you might get for out-of-state academic scholarships as well. And I know I went through all of that really, really fast, so I tried to stay on time. But that is my contact information. If you have any questions about coming down to visit our campus, we are open for campus tours. You can schedule those right online. Take a screenshot of my information, shoot me a text, or send me an email if you're interested in learning more. But we'd love to see you here on campus in Lincoln. And if you want to meet with me virtually or anything like that, I'd always be happy to help. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to make sure that we're staying on time.
Thank you so much to you and the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. So you've already heard from 3 great institutions and you have 3 great ones to go. I'm going to turn it over now to Michigan State University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. My name is Tanya Kurzawa. I'm an admissions counselor with MSU, and we're going to head a little bit further northeast to another land grant Big Ten university, Michigan State University. We are located in East Lansing, Michigan. In East Lansing, the city of East Lansing is a suburban-like area, a city of about 40,000. And our campus itself is really like a suburban park-like setting. We have a lot of students at Michigan State, but before I get to the population, I just want to let you know how to get to East Lansing. We have a train direct from Chicago that lands at the south end of our campus. We have an airport in Lansing, about 20 minutes from our campus in East Lansing. And then, of course, the Detroit Metro Airport is about an hour and a half south. So getting to East Lansing is quite easy for our students. We have a campus of 50,000 students. Our campus itself is about 5,400 acres, a mile and a half from the east side to the west side and a mile from the north side to the south side. So that gives you kind of an idea of what the campus, how quickly you can get across campus. Some of the pictures here, my favorite place to be, Spartan Stadium. We are Division I. Big Ten sports always have a good rivalry game with our friends in Nebraska, in fact. And then you'll see Beaumont Tower located in a park-like setting on campus. And at the bottom there, you'll see some of our residence halls located in our east neighborhood. We have 5 neighborhood residence hall complexes on campus. Generally, those are around the perimeter, and you will walk into the center of campus to our academic buildings or our athletic facilities, and a lot of you will have classes right in your residence hall. Of our 40 or 50,000 students, about 40,000 of those students are undergraduates, and they come to us from all over the state of Michigan, all over the country, and over 120 different countries. Our freshman class numbered about 9,000 this fall. They have a lot of diversity in terms of geographically where they come from, as well as what they're coming to us to study. We have over 200 majors that you can choose from. You can come in as an exploratory major if you'd like. You could also come in with 1 or 2 or even 3 different majors if you'd like. All of our majors fall within 17 degree granting colleges, and we have 3 residential colleges. They're living learning communities for students that are interested in the sciences, political science, pre-law, or the arts and humanities. And what that is it's a place for you to live with other students with similar majors. Your classes are a little bit smaller, and you live amongst the people that you eat with, see in class, you study with, and the programming in that hall is geared towards those majors. Those are our residential college options. Those really are a way for us to break down our large research-based university into a smaller living learning community for you. And we find that our students have more success in those communities. Some of the other things our students are involved in: undergraduate research. We are a research-based university, lots of opportunity for students to work on research projects with faculty, get paid, do volunteer work, explore different careers as an undergrad. Education abroad, we have over 275 programs on all 7 continents, so you can pretty much go anywhere, and you can check that out and see, what might work best for you. And then, of course, we encourage our students to get involved in student organizations, whether those be academic clubs, sports events. Maybe you want to continue in theater or music or do some sort of volunteer work. All of that's available to our students. I just wanted to give you a quick idea of what some of our students are doing. This is Haley. She's a senior in psychology. She's very involved in the psychology research. She's in the psychology club. She gets paid to do psychology research. And she also likes to play volleyball and gets paid as a volleyball ref. Another one of our students, Evan, is a junior in fisheries and wildlife. I remember reading his college essay about birding and how much he loved birding, and he stayed true to that love as he's a worker in our bird observatory and is doing some very important migratory birding research for us on campus. So what does this cost our students? An out-of-state student will pay about $50,000 total. Don't let that number scare you. I know college is expensive. We'll flip to our merit award page based on your undergraduate GPA, based on your high school GPA, at the end of your junior year, you would automatically qualify for one of these merit awards, and then we stack other scholarships on top of that. We, of course, encourage all of our students to fill out the FAFSA and to apply early for maximum scholarship consideration. You will hear every one of us college representatives tell you that. And then when we do an admissions review, it's a holistic review based on your junior grades at the end of your junior year, your curriculum, how strong has your curriculum been, 9th through 12th grade. You need to write an essay. And then this here gives you an example of the middle 50% of our freshman profile, 3.5 to a 4.0 GPA. We have moved to test optional like many other universities have. I will tell you, for maximum scholarship consideration, you'll want to apply by November 1st. If you apply by November 1, you'll get an answer from us by January 15th. That is our early action deadline. We are doing in-person tours on campus as well as virtual tours every Wednesday in the evenings, 7 p.m. Central. So if you'd like to join us virtually or in person, please check out our admissions page. We would love to see you, or you can contact me and we can have a conversation about how to do so. All right, I am all set to pass it along to our next university.
Thank you so much, Michigan State University. Next up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you the University of Tennessee. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you. And I think I should be good. Okay, thank you so much. Awesome, thanks, Courtney. Hi, my name is Courtney and I'm the Midwest rep for the University of Tennessee. And thank you for joining us all here tonight. So the University of Tennessee is located in Knoxville, Tennessee, which is Eastern Tennessee. And that's about a 9 to 10 hour drive from the Milwaukee area. We do have direct flights from both O'Hare and Midway that land right in our airport, which is 15 minutes from campus. So it is very accessible. We've been coined a nature-loving, adventure-seeking, artsy kind of town, and I think that's very true and genuine to what Knoxville is. We're less than an hour from the Great Smoky Mountains, so you have access to that right in your backyard. Our campus is located along the Tennessee River, so there's opportunities after class to kayak or paddleboard within 10 minutes of campus. Tons of miles of hiking trails, greenways for you to bike on. Mountain biking is very popular. So there's definitely things to do if you're an adventure type of person. And if you're not, you will probably become one. And then we have an awesome downtown area with 3 historic districts that's accessible and walkable from campus. There's food trucks, art festivals, live music. So there's tons of things to do on the weekend. Since you're a little bit far from home, there's definitely something for you to do. The university itself, we are Tennessee's flagship institution. We were founded in 1794. We are strong believers in our volunteer tradition. So we are the Tennessee Volunteers, and that's something we take a lot of pride in for our students on campus, as well as our applicants coming in for review. We are a Research 1 Carnegie classification, so that's a top tier research institution. So there's definitely opportunities for you to dive into research as an undergraduate student. We do have the most Goldwater scholars of the SEC, Southeastern Conference, and we're a top producing university for Fulbright scholars. We have the UT Space Institute and have produced about 10 astronauts, and we co-manage the Oak Ridge National Laboratory. So the Oak Ridge is a national laboratory, and we are one of less than 15% of organizations that get to co-manage that. So very excited about that. We are Division I, and as I mentioned, part of the SEC athletics. We have 24,000 undergraduate students. Our total population sits just over 30,000 students, and we have over 360 majors for you to choose from one of our 9 undergraduate colleges. So on the screen, you can see a list of our undergraduate colleges. We have our Herbert College of Agriculture, which has our UT Gardens, our pre-vet program, animal science, lots of opportunities there. College of Architecture and Design. College of Arts and Sciences, you will find our anthropology forensics, which I get asked about a lot. Go ahead and Google the Body Farm that is housed at the University of Tennessee. We have our Haslam College of Business, which offers great opportunities for networking and field trips that we call Voltrex for you to network and mingle with alumni. Our College of Communication and Information, popular PR and journalism program, and the home of Peyton Manning. College of Education, Health, and Human Sciences. There you'll find our education, kinesiology, nutrition, sports management. So a whole host of opportunities there. Our Tickle College of Engineering, one of our most well-known colleges, you'll find nuclear engineering, and we just built a new facility that opened up this month that's housing a nuclear reactor. So pretty cool stuff going on in the Tickle College of Engineering. Our College of Nursing, very competitive direct admit program, top NCLEX exam rate, and producing great students out of our nursing program. And our College of Social Work, a small intimate program that gets you really good hands-on experience and prepares you for that master's program. The Tennessee student experience. So we are all about helping with that transition to college. We know you're coming quite a ways from home, and we really want you to feel like you belong at UT and you're part of the Big Orange family. So all of our new students are part of the Vol Success team. Within that Vol Success team, you will get an academic advisor, a career coach, and a one-stop counselor. So you have 3 staff and faculty members that are working with you to help with classes, tutoring services, financial aid, all the important transition logistics that you have to work on. You will have some people in your corner to help you with that transition. We have an awesome living learning communities that students can participate in within our housing. We have about 13 residence halls for our students to choose from. And then we always say you can make a big campus smaller. So while we are on the upper side of mid-size, you can definitely find your niche with one of over our 400 clubs and organizations to get involved in. Intramural clubs and sports, if you want to participate actively in sports, but maybe aren't up for D1. And the cool thing is there's always sporting events to go to, and win or lose, we do have a good time, and we like to wear our orange. Sorority and fraternity life is very popular on campus. And then we do have a lot of students that study abroad, over 300 study abroad programs, 2 weeks to full year academic programs. So lots of options for you. Our application process is online via our website or the Common App. We have a $50 fee. We are a self-reported academic records school, so you will have to complete that and upload a transcript. We do a holistic review, so we're looking at your high school curriculum, the rigor, your senior coursework. We do a required essay and optional essays, optional test scores, so that's up to you if you want to submit that. And of course, we're going to look at your extracurricular leadership activities and that volunteer experience. Recommendation letters and a supporting statement are optional. Very important deadlines. Our early action deadline is coming up November 1st. Strongly encourage you to utilize that November 1st deadline for the most opportunities for scholarships and honors and scholars programs. And you'll get a decision mid-December if you apply by November 1st. Our regular admission deadline is December 15th. If you apply by December 15th, you will get a response in mid-February. We are open to visits, so you can come visit us in person. We have an open house October 30th, and we also have virtual visits online as well. There's my contact information, but I'll throw it in the chat. So thank you very much, and go Vols.
Thank you so much, Courtney, and the University of Tennessee. Our final presentation tonight will be from Iowa State University. Emily, take it away whenever you're ready. You might be on mute.
Just had to find my meeting controls. All right, we're all good. Okay, hi everyone, and thank you so much for being here this evening for this presentation. Are you seeing my screen as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll start there. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Emily Ingeman, and I am a Regional Admissions Counselor with Iowa State University. Very pleased to be with you here this evening to share information about the adventure waiting for you at Iowa State. So Iowa State is a large public land grant research institution located in Ames, Iowa. We'll show the slide here next for a little bit of context on where we are located. So we are right in the center, right in the heart of the state of Iowa. It's going to be about 5.5 hours away from the Milwaukee area, about 4.5 hours away from Madison. We do have a great advantage in our location that we are in a suburban environment of the city of Ames, which has about 40,000 residents, but we are just a little bit to the north of Des Moines, the largest city in Iowa. So you definitely can have, as a Wisconsin student coming to Iowa, have a little bit of a different experience of leaving your home state, but still be in that familiar setting of the Midwest and meet students either from maybe still your backyard. We do have over 700 students that come from Wisconsin from 225 different high schools around the state. But then we also have students from all 50 states across the US and 110 different nations outside of the US. So there's a little bit of geographic reference for you. Let's get a bit more into Iowa State then by the numbers. So for our size, as I mentioned, we are large in our scope. We have about 31,000 total cyclones, and 26,000 of those are going to be undergraduate students just like you, just starting out their first college experience. 44% of our students do come from outside of the state. So as I mentioned, we have students from all over the place, and you get a great mix of all walks of life of students that you can meet and add to that great experience you're going to have in your college experience. We do have over 100 programs of study across 6 undergraduate colleges, which I'll share in just a moment, and 900 student clubs and organizations. So definitely a huge wide world of opportunity waiting for you at Iowa State, whether you want to have academic clubs that will supplement your area that you're studying, or you want to get involved in volunteering, political, religious, multicultural organizations, or those organizations just to have a great time and expand your horizons in college. An important number just to start out with, are 2 numbers I should say, are some of those outcomes pieces, that 95% of our students are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. So we definitely make sure that you get through and get on to success into your next area in life. And also we support you while you're coming in and going through with financial aid. So 83% of our Iowa State students do receive financial aid of some variety. So all of that together, we like to say, does kind of add up to this one big adventure that you get to explore as a student, as a Cyclone at Iowa State. All right, so here's a bit more on our academics. So we are one large university organized into 6 different undergraduate colleges. I'll give you a couple of the highlights in each of these areas. So starting over on the left side in the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences, we have an amazing agronomy, animal science program. We are #1 in the country for agriculture and biosystems engineering, so a very strong legacy in agriculture and life sciences. Ivy College of Business up next is home to 12 different majors, everything from actuarial science to supply chain management and many in between. The College of Design is a very comprehensive design program. We have everything from a 5-year accredited architecture program to community and regional planning and many others. The College of Engineering up next is going to be our largest in terms of student population. We are definitely very well known within our engineering programs in the Midwest, and we are considered a top 25 public engineering institution. Up next, College of Human Sciences would be home to any of our areas that deal with the human experience. So everything from education for our future teachers to great areas in kinesiology and dietetics. And we have the #1 ranked in the Midwest apparel merchandising and design program. Up next, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences then is home to about 50 of our 100+ majors. So everything from your arts, humanities, and sciences can be found within that. I'm just going to flash this next slide up here for a quick second. It's a lot to take in, but that is the full list that you can of course find on our website of all the comprehensive areas of studies that we have. Moving on a bit to talk about what is life like as a Cyclone, we of course have an amazing, beautiful campus for you to enjoy. It is considered one of the top 25 most beautiful college campuses in the country, so absolutely recommend coming to check that out in person. If you're talking about living on campus, we do have some great on-campus neighborhoods for how our residence halls are arranged. And although 95% of our freshmen do live on campus, there is not a residency requirement. So you can choose to live on or off campus at any point in your journey as a student at Iowa State. But we do have those neighborhoods where there's residence halls, dining centers, and wellness recreation facilities all in a nearby area. So you can be very well taken care of very easily with your eating, sleeping, and wellness can all be very easily accessed. We do have also a very active Greek life community. We have 58 fraternities and sororities, and about 4,000 of our students participate in that. So maybe on-campus housing, maybe a fraternity or sorority, or maybe off-campus housing right nearby within the community of Ames. And we have over 20+ dining locations, of course, to keep you well fed and fueled for all of your activities. Shifting a bit then into the admissions information discussion. When we talk about admissions at Iowa State, there's really 2 factors for students to meet. First would be the admission course requirements. So on the screen, you'll be able to see the minimum course requirements for you to be admitted to Iowa State. So just need to complete that by the end of your senior year. And then we use a measure called the Regent Admission Index to look at your academics a little bit further. So you can see the 3 criteria that are on there for how we evaluate, and we get an RAI score. And if you get 245 or higher, you're automatically admitted to Iowa State. So I have a lot more information I could probably share with you. Of course, we do have scholarships for out-of-state students available. I'll send that link in the chat, but I will blast ahead a little bit to my contact information just to say that I would, of course, be happy to help out with any questions you have. Feel free to contact me at my email, and I'll also put that in the chat. Thanks so much for coming to this presentation tonight. Take care.
Thanks, Emily, to you and Iowa State University. I'd now like to invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras. And we will go round robin in the order that you presented. And hold on one second here. The question that I would like to first ask you all is, what would you like for students and families to remember about your institution? And we'll start with Valparaiso University first.
I guess I say that our personalized and unique collegiate experience. So only 2,600 undergrad students and a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And as an alum, I can say that all the faculty members definitely invested in my dreams and ambitions. So it's a place where anything can happen.
Then for Drake University, I'll tack on two things. One of which is that we are affordable as an out-of-state university. No out-of-state tuition to worry about. Tuition guarantee locks in the price for all 4 years, and then everyone gets that merit scholarship for starters. And the second thing is that we kind of have the best of both worlds in the sense that we have all the advantages of a big school in the sense that we're in a state capital, we're in the largest city in the state, and we're the largest university in Des Moines, which is about the same size as Madison, Wisconsin for comparison, right? A lot less traffic though, I will say that. But then we also have all the advantages of a smaller school in terms of academics, much more one-on-one learning environment with the professors and a lot easier and more access to all the internships and professional experiences. So again, kind of the best of both worlds, Division I sports, still get research and labs, all that other fun stuff, kind of all in one package, which is great. So affordability and best of both worlds, big and small, all in the same package. So that's Drake University for you.
Okay, and I will say about Nebraska, we have a wonderful tagline in a lot of our athletic arenas. There is no place like Nebraska. There really isn't. I think you get that real small town Midwestern vibe and a really vibrant, fun college city. And we don't have professional sports in the state of Nebraska. So the Huskers are they're really it, y'all. And so it really is just this fun, friendly place. The college is the lifeblood of Lincoln. Without the university, Lincoln would probably not be what it is today. And on the college admission side, we're flexible, rolling admissions, no harsh deadlines, and affordability. So we hope to see you in Nebraska.
We had some of those friendly Cornhuskers on the MSU campus not too long ago, and they were very fun. So Michigan State University is a large, resourceful campus with incredible opportunity, as well as a collaborative, friendly community of students who want to help you succeed and see you succeed and succeed alongside you, as well as accessible faculty.
For the University of Tennessee, I would just say it's our volunteer spirit. It might sound cheesy, but it's pretty genuine. And I strongly encourage anyone to come down and visit campus. And one of my first questions I always ask students is, if you visited, tell me about it. And they always mention that volunteer spirit, Big Orange family feel before I do. So strongly encourage you to visit and come see that for yourself.
Okay, for Iowa State University, I guess I would just give a little fun fact first to say that we always shorten our name. Our full name is actually Iowa State University of Science and Technology. So that's something good to know. And it definitely is something that really permeates the whole spirit of everything at Iowa State, whether you are studying one of our 14 engineering programs, or if you're studying in the English department, we still have a very strong emphasis overall on research and especially on innovation and how innovation in all of these fields can really just advance life forward in so many different areas. So we definitely have a very strong emphasis on research and innovation in all of our areas across campus, and also on extension. So we were also founded as a land grant institution. So our mission really is to create this innovation, create these new ideas, but then give them and spread them out to the rest of the world. So that definitely permeates across our campus, is that spirit of research and innovation, and then sharing it out with the greater world.
So if we do a lightning round, I think that we have time for one more because we only have 60 seconds left. Give your best piece of advice to students and families going through this process. We'll hit Valpo first again.
Visit campus and take note of all the opportunities. And then lastly, pay attention to your return on your investment. So post-grad placement rates, et cetera, et cetera.
I would say, even if you already have an idea of what you want in your ideal college, go ahead and apply to so many other schools and visit as many other schools as possible. Big, small, public, private, in-state, out-of-state, the whole gambit, because if nothing else, that'll at least confirm why you want these certain values or these certain prerequisites for your ideal college. But it can't hurt to visit even before you've applied. So definitely go ahead and keep your options open. It's still very early in the process. No need to start cutting people off of your top list just yet. But I would say, yeah, keep all your options open and go to as many as possible.
Keep it super quick. Ask questions of your admissions reps. We're here to help. We're not scary. Whether you're a parent or a student or anyone, ask those questions. There are no dumb questions. We were all in your position, whether it was a couple years ago or many years ago, but we know how it feels.
And I'll tag along with that, Samantha. I would encourage you students, if you find a school that's a good fit and it feels right for you, but it's still too expensive come March, February, pick up the phone and call people like us, these admissions folks, and just have that conversation with them before you walk away from a school that feels right. Don't hesitate to call the admissions people and have that conversation with them.
Short and sweet. Keep checking your email. That's how we're communicating with you.
I'll tie that all in just to say we are here to help you and serve you. So we do love to hear from students on any deadlines, anything, any questions. We're here to help. So please do use us.
And I would say have some fun. This is supposed to be an exciting and transformative time in your life, so enjoy the ride. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. As you close out, there'll be a quick 5-question survey. We hope you'll provide us with some feedback. Sign up for more sessions. There's still 1 more hour of sessions this evening, and this was recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Wisconsin. Best wishes to everyone in their college search. Bye-bye.